let me get you guys thrown over time lapse to get some of this wood processed up, and then we'll be right back. Just like that, I got the 4 beams for the floor. Those are still going to have to be cut to their final dimension. A little easier to manage when they're a little bit smaller. And then these here that I have up on the sawhorses, I need to find my fence that I have for the saw. That way I can actually rip these lengthwise, because I want to cut these in half. And this is basically going to be, you know, like the top plates for what connects the walls together up on the top. And then obviously I'd already cut those here. I was like, where'd they go? Yeah, those there. Those are the 4 posts going up in a corner. And I might even... Well, before I break for lunch, I got all of these. So I have an A, B, C, D. Those are basically corner posts. They still need to be notched out, but they are cut to their final length. For the flooring, the four frame, so this is basically just a frame. I'll make a square, right? And then I'm a half lap. So I'll just come in, and each one of these is about 1/2 inch too long. But, and you can see too, see how this one's got a nice little gap. I mean, it's a pretty significant gap. All these three are pretty good. So I might end up finding another piece that's a little straighter and cut it down. And then I can use this for something else, another brace or something. Because I am going to need to cut one more post this length. That way I can establish where there's going to be a door. Whew, man, that's a good workout. So I got all those cut to length, got them all curved out. I just need to go get the chisel, and once I get them all done, then we'll come back and we'll join all these together. Got this last one finished up. Nice little half laps. All right, so I have the front laid out here. So this is the front. This is actually where the door is going to be. It's a 32-inch wide door, and I have front FR, and then this is the B post, and then the X basically shows where I'm going to be setting that, and that matches with the front B. That way I know that these corners go together. And then over here the same. We have a front A, so because I labeled, where did I put the posts? Oh, they're down here. So I labeled these on the side, you can see right here. That way I know that I have an A, B, C, D. All right, because that's where they will coincide. Because I need to measure for the top of these posts here, the thickness of those, because not every single one of those are the same. Obviously, I don't have a thickness planer, so to be able to notch out the top of these, I'm going to have to label those as a B, a C, and a D, and then I need to make this match the thickness before I notch it, right, to make it match the thickness of those. But I'm going to attach this together first. I'm going to countersink a few screws just to get some to get this joint locked together. Get this bracket where it's going to go, and I'm just going to use these same screws. One corner done. I'll go ahead and knock out the other 3 corners, and then we'll be right back. So I actually had to bring the strap in for this corner because I got all the other corners done. Obviously, I broke the countersink over in that corner. It was like the very next hole that I drilled after showing you all that one. But this one, basically, it was being pulled over. But I already knew that was probably going to happen with at least one of these because, as you can see, it's not the straightest. So I'm hoping that the screws will bring that down. We'll see how it goes. I might even go grab a clamp just to try to clamp this down first, and then put a screw down in there. But throwing the square up in there, it is square, so that's the good part. Just not very straight. And I got it all clamped down enough to where I can at least get some screws in there. There we go. Plus I ran out of those other screws, so I had to go back to using what I had, which was the screws from the shed project. They'll work just fine. And then from here, this is where I do the handy dandy little trick of holding your saw upside down. Because now it's going to follow that kerf on top and bottom. And let the saw do the work. I do like to go from both sides just to make sure that it's not walking on me on the line. Plus the saw on this side is always going to cut a lot faster than on this side. Almost there. And you just come back in and you clean that up with the chisel. Right there at your angle. And then boom, all done. All right, so I already got some posts in, one of the side beams in. Really haven't been recording a whole lot on this part because you got these two over here making a whole bunch of noise. All right, I finally got the last board cut. That's the one that actually comes over here on the side. So like this one, I've already got it installed along with the posts, which, I mean, the posts, they still move around. They have screws down at the bottom and their brackets, but they're still movable. That way I can get that up there, because as long as this is getting lined up, I know that it's going to be, you know, fairly square. And same thing. So now I'm going to put that one that I just finished over here to kind of do the same thing, and then we'll be able to put the front and the backs in. Alright, main frame is up. So I still got the other posts I need to make for the other side of the door. And then some cross bracing, just to kind of sturdy it up a little bit. Alright, so obviously doing it with the saw and with my hand saw, it leaves a little bit of that, so I'll actually break up the power planer because the kerf on my circular saw is a lot thicker than my hand saw. So I'll break out the power planer, like I said, and just hit that quick. But one of them came out smooth. Alright, so we got all of the bracing in, and let me tell you, it really it sturdies it up. I'm not even going to worry about putting anything towards the top, but I am going to have Alright, there we go. So basically the whole frame, with the exception of one, possibly even two, because that's a little bit wider span than these are. So this will accommodate for a 24-inch bat. So we plan on doing, what would we say, rock wool? That's what we're going to do?
I think so, yeah.
Because that's a compression fit, and this is actually smaller than what the bat is. So they will have to be trimmed some, but then I'll have to like take some of those trimmings to fill in the stuff in the bottom. Well, it's looking pretty promising, because with having the roof on, and like I said, I still had, you know, like this one panel that still has a couple holes in it, a couple holes in up there, and even with it wide open on the sides, everything down here is still nice and dry. I'm still getting my trench put in, but everything around it on the outside is wet. Everything's wet, but in here is bone dry, and that's even with the sides completely open, so that's promising. All right, we got it all wrapped up. I do need to go up here to the ridge though and get it buttoned down. Now let's go see what we're going to use for a fascia. Got some beautiful cedar, which I'm pretty sure this is a western red cedar. Okay, so furring strips are on, the fascia board is on. Looks good. All right, y'all. Just about got the front done. Sorry, the phone kept overheating. You know, whenever the camera out here in the sun, it's actually pretty warm today, considering. But then I also got some of the flashing up here on the side. Looks nice and finished. And I am gonna put some of that cedar trim underneath here that just kind of fill this in, because I want to come back in on the inside and close all that gap in with the big gap filler. And then I also have the drip edge on the back side. All right, gonna try to get you guys up here with me. And this is thicker, so that's gonna unravel. Get our tools up here without it falling out. Don't want to have to deal with peeling that stuff off, so. Put it that way. Thinking. Man. That's why we can't have nice things, Anson. That's why we can't have nice things. Alright, that's all done. Yeah, I just went ahead and did it off camera because I got into stuff like this, and I was just getting frustrated. And this side's even a little worse than the other side, but whatever. I'll come in with some roofing goo and fill in these little holes. That way I make sure that no water gets down in there. But anyway, that part's done. Alright, so I do still need to put my wood up here, so I'll do that before I do the ceiling, which I'm gonna wait to do the ceiling last. Yeah, I don't know, that's just me, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and basically start here, just work my way around, or I'll probably do the big bays first. There, and there, because those should not require any cut. Well, I can fill in these gaps up here on the top, up there, and I'm going to start off with the big bays because those don't require any type of... Let's go ahead and break this open and we'll get to filling in our gaps. He steps through without falling into the hole. Groovy. There's one. There's two. Three and four. And just like that, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, all the rest of them. So I do want to come in here and I'll probably, you know, seam up some of this stuff, you know, with using tape, which, I mean, from what's in here right now is good. I mean, it's a well house, right? And then obviously I still have to put these up here, but I need to put the wood up here first. So you guys will see that probably when I'm doing the door. But yeah, but another day closer to getting all that junk over there into here. And just like that, we have everything cut up. I do need to get these boards flipped over and then burned on the other side. Nothing as bad as what this is. Maybe this time with keeping the spacing to a minimum, so I'm not too worried about the edges. I won't have so many of the rocks that are jumping up at me. Yeah, so let's light it up. Do this anyway. And just do that. Okay, so all the furnace strips are on. I got this side and the back, which I was just off camera. I apologize for that.
Smell bees.
Yeah.
Be nice, John, be nice.
All right, there we go. That's just dirty sawdust. That's why it doesn't look like the rest. But you got all the boards, the sides. I have not done the front yet. Because, I mean, really only got this little bit. But before I do this, I would like to do the door first. Come in with you. So it's kind of close quarters in here. But I'm going to start taping up a lot of these seams. Just getting this because obviously this one has already fallen down because I still need to run, seam going that way. And then, kind of same thing. But then getting these holes and stuff filled in. That way I can get insulation up top. But you can see, right, where my boards came all the way up except for the center because those were my two short boards. So, but I still am going to get stuff to fill this in completely. All right. So all the big holes or stuff where it's not, because like this is stapled. Obviously, I can always run a seam there. But I want to get the roofing in first, right? Because I already know I'm going to have to cut. That way I can get that stuff taped up as well before I run out of tape to be taping up stuff that has staples in it. But for the most part, I think it'll be good. I mean, it's not going to have any major big holes. Well, ceiling insulation is in, and I got the back all filled up, which on the corner. Just like said. One of these days I'll make myself a a good set of chisels. I still need to find my diamond stones so that I can even sharpen the chisel. I'm starting to run out of wood, so hopefully I'll have enough to cover the door. But we'll see how it goes. All right, I got the door basically put together and insulated. So now I got to put the stuff, or the wood, right, the board and batten onto here. But I think I'm going to be one board short, because for this it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, because I need to overlap on this side, because that's where it's going to go and basically come up against here, right, with a spacer. That way the boards will be kind of the same as when the door is closed. So yeah. All right, but I do want to go ahead and show you guys that I do have the boards milled up. The door is actually installed and trimmed. Just a little makeshift handle to kind of keep the door closed. But it's all right. Everything's trimmed up. The door closes just fine. And it is a little springy, because obviously this side over here is actually hitting on that nail down there. But I'm okay with that, because you do have to kind of push the door in to close it and such to get it to latch. But then it will keep, you know, pressure on the door whenever it is latched. And that, like I said, is temporary. All right, everything's done. So even with the rain, I still wanted to come out here and show you guys that I got all the board stuff. I had to come up with a solution for the bottom since I ran out of wood. Yeah, I know it's just a store-bought handle. I'd already had it. I didn't buy it. But it's all good. Until I can get, you know, a latch, make a latch or do something. It closes, but it doesn't stay 100% closed. But all we gotta do is put in the sign. And I still gotta put the pipe in the ground, but that wasn't part of the build. So I hope you guys enjoyed this full build series of the well house. It's greatly appreciated. If you want to see a little more detail, a little more of the actual journey, you can go back and watch the playlist. I'll have that posted over here. And then we have another video that you can also check out. That's greatly appreciated. It helps you follow the journey. And then the two icons at the top makes it easy to subscribe both here and to the side channel. And then without further ado, remember to always thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.